Hello, I'm here top of Church Street, Primark, Bold Street End on this very busy Friday afternoon. Jimi Hendrix behind me seems to be having a break, so that's why I've decided to do a video. As usual, George walks in and around our Cherry City Centre and cultural change. Oh, he started now, Jimi Hendrix, but bear with me, right? Cultural change is all around, right? You can't miss it. Our cherished city centre is changing more and more each time I visit our cherished city centre. I drove through Kensington and Fairfield the other evening. Those two communities have undergone profound cultural change to the point where they will never ever recover from. Impossible, right? That change now is underway along County Road, Breck Road, West Derby Road, many other long-standing proud Scouse communities. They've a bit to catch up to Kensington and Fairfield, but they're on their way. Breck Road, travelled along Breck Road today, coming into our Cherry City Centre. That is changing more and more. It's mainly the culture that doesn't want to assimilate, wants to dominate that area. Because I know Breck Road, and I don't live too far from there. I used to drink along Breck Road, the George pub, all of them, right down to the Willowbank. And to see the way that area has changed is heartbreaking. It's shocking, right? Again, politicians are silent. They know what's happening, but as I've said, they're being intellectually dishonest. They're not going to address the awful truth. They're not going to talk about what's happening. They're just going to hope the good people of Liverpool roll over and accept cultural change like other towns and cities unfortunately did, right? But I don't believe that's going to happen here, given we're in possession, metaphorically speaking, of a crystal ball. People know what's on the way, and if they don't stop this, they will end up like Leicester, Birmingham, London, Wembley in the Borough of Brent, London, right? Places like that. They know what will happen if they don't stand opposed to further cultural change. They know what is on the way, and they know the end result and how it unfolds. So I don't believe the good people of Liverpool are going to roll over. In fact, the complete opposite. Come election time, like I've said, find a candidate reliable, credible, opposed to further cultural change, and give them your vote. Because short of that, ladies and gentlemen, cultural change will sweep across our glorious city, Cherry City Centre. Scouse schools, our economy falling more and more into the hands of our adversaries, which cannot be good for any community, any town, any city. So I don't believe the good people of Liverpool are going to go the same as other towns and cities went, because they know what's on the way. As I've said, metaphorically speaking, we're in possession of a crystal ball telling us what's on the way, how it unfolds, and the end result. Yeah, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but there's nothing else I can do. I have to keep repeating myself. I have to keep hammering home what's at stake here, ladies and gentlemen. Right? More and more people understand where I'm coming from. They know what is happening. The thing is, you've got to put it into action. Come election time, it's got to reflect in votes. Where these reckless politicians lose their seat, right? That's what has to happen, because if it doesn't, then we are in big trouble, ladies and gentlemen, right? There is no ifs or buts about that. We're in big trouble. Because the speed at which this is happening, like I've said, 5 to 10 years, the change will be dramatic, where we're not going to recover from. Look at the speed at which Kensington and Fairfield, Breck Road, County Road, all of them are changing. It is horrendous, the speed of it, right? How fast has County Road changed? Breck Road, West Derby Road, Prescott Road, yet these reckless politicians are sitting by and they are watching what is happening and remaining silent. They haven't even got the decency to post on their social media, reassuring the good people of their constituency and Liverpool in general that Joe Owens has got it all wrong and you've got nothing to worry about. They can't even do that. They can't do it because they've got the people of this city have got everything to worry about. You know what has happened to other major towns and cities, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone does, right? Well, that's what is on the way here. In fact, is here already, sinking its roots deeper and deeper here in our glorious city, Cherry City Centre. Long-standing proud Scouts community, Scout schools, or our Scouts economy, falling more and more into the hands of our adversaries. You want a taxi, new arrival, want your haircut, new arrival, want petrol, new arrival, convenience store, new arrival, vape, mobile phone, everything, new arrival, new arrival, new arrival, universal Scousers. Once again, no one's saying they're not providing a service to the community, but what's going to be left for our children and grandchildren? Crumbs at the table. That's all that can be left, that's all that will be left. So that's why we have to oppose what is happening here in our city. I wouldn't be down here, ladies and gentlemen, if I didn't believe this was a serious matter. It's very serious. You all know it is. You watch my videos, you can see it's serious. But like I said, this is only a short section of Liverpool city centre, and you see the cultural change here, let alone the cultural change that's spreading right across our glorious city. Long-standing proud Scouts communities are being changed, ladies and gentlemen. They're being changed into different places. Look what's happened to Kensington and Fairfield. Look what's happened to Lawrence Road. Look what's happening now to Breck Road, County Road, West Derby Road, Prescott Road. Look what is happening. We must oppose this, ladies and gentlemen, because once new arrivals are in the driving seat, they don't give a monkeys about our children, grandchildren. They don't care, right? They're laughing enough already as it is, right? Laughing even further, they've got all these politicians in their corner, turning against their own Scouts, so-called Scouts brothers and sisters, right? The people know they're being abandoned, the people know they're being left. They know these politicians, I was just going to say, can't be allowed, but I don't believe they will be allowed. I think people can see what's happening and they're going to shock a lot of them come election time, right? That's what I believe is going to happen. Come election time, you're in for a shock, all of you. As I say, find a candidate reliable, credible, opposed to further cultural change, and give them your vote. We leave it too long, ladies and gentlemen, you won't be able to turn this back. And we go down this slippery slope like the other major towns and cities went. See, I have watched what's happened to other towns and cities. Since 1978, I understand what this is about. Everyone thought we could keep cultural change at the border of Liverpool. And that, unfortunately, has not been the case. These reckless politicians are allowing it to sweep across our city, changing it forever, right? Because once it's changed, there is no changing it back. What will our children and grandchildren think of us, ladies and gentlemen? Right? But I've got faith in the good people of Liverpool, or I wouldn't be down here making these videos. Don't forget, come election time, vote them out, ladies and gentlemen. Vote these reckless politicians out who are selling our city down the Mersey River. Right? They don't deserve to hold these seats. Right? None of them do. I'm gonna go now, ladies and gentlemen, go and get a cup of coffee. I may do another video later. I don't know, we shall see. But remember, say no to cultural change, yes to Scouse pride. Shout it out loud, Scouts and proud. Okay, thank you.